I will put it up here so you get it straight and right. Quadrilaterals. And again, boys and girls, the reason we take these notes is because on quizzes, you know, I can't expect you to remember all this mathematics stuff on your own. So we do this so at any time for quizzes or you need a refresher, you can just go look at your notes rather than asking me, because I can keep telling you 1,000 times and you won't remember. But if you have your notes, you'll always have it there. Okay. By the way, what are quadrilaterals? We talked about these. They're what type of polygons? It is a polygon, Josh, with?
4 sides.
Correct. They are 4-sided polygons. And you remember what, for something to be a polygon, what had to be true? The two things that had to be true for things to be polygons, Allie, they had to be?
4 angles?
Nope, that's a square and a rectangle. To be a polygon, David, it's?
Has to be a closed shape.
Has to be a closed shape, which means the little ants can't escape. And Sam, it has to be? Right, it has to be all straight lines, no curves. And when we talk about quadrilaterals, children, we divide them into 3 different categories. 2 of them you rarely hear about. So, one of them is this. It's what's called a trapezoid. A trapezoid, and if you want to know how to draw a trapezoid, the book's been having you draw trapezoids a lot. That's when they say draw 2 parallel sides with one side shorter than 2 parallel lines with one shorter than the other, then connect the other 2 sides. That's a trapezoid. 2 parallel lines, one shorter than the other. The definition of a trapezoid is just exactly that. It has 1 pair of parallel lines. We don't see trapezoids a lot. It's not one of our more common things. And the next one is even more rare. It's what's called a trapezium. Again, I wouldn't expect you to remember that. That's why I let you look at your notes to figure it out. A trapezium, children, is a 4-sided shape that is just goofy. There's nothing, no rhyme or reason. It's hard to draw because we don't, you know, it's got no parallel sides, no equal sides. You know, it is no parallel and no equal. It's, well, if you could draw it anyway. You could draw it, you know, this. I don't know. I don't even like to draw it because it's hard for me to draw because you always think of that. So you got those 2 kind of goofy ones. I'm going to move this over so I have something. And then we have all the ones that we like to talk about. The ones we like to talk about are what are called parallelograms. They are parallelograms. Everything we draw under this box will be a type of parallelogram. First of all, the normal garden variety, general generic parallelogram looks like this. It would be the shape when the book told you to draw 2 sets of parallel lines. Well, maybe it didn't. I don't know if it did not. So it looks like this. You have a parallel line and then another parallel line that's the same length but doesn't make a right angle. This is your generic parallelogram. It has two sets of parallel lines. Two of them. This side is parallel to that side, and that side is parallel to that side. That's kind of exciting, don't you think? And then under a parallelogram, special types of parallelograms, going down farther here, special types of parallelograms, we have this one which you're very familiar with. This is a parallelogram that has, well, by the way, what do we call this? This is our rectangle. What makes a rectangle a rectangle? What is the exact, and in math, unfortunately, we have to be very specific. What makes something a rectangle? James?
Two lines are longer than the sidelines.
Technically, no. In math, we get very technical. That's what we always think about, like this. These two sides are longer than those two sides, but that isn't really what makes it a rectangle. Caitlin? That is exactly it. The only thing that something has to have to be a rectangle is it has to have 4 right angles, 4 square corners, and that is it. 4 right angles, which means, maybe James is raising his hand because of this, which means we have a special type of rectangle that has 4 right angles and 4 equal sides, and that is, yes, somebody just said it over there. A square is a special type of parallelogram, which is also a special type of rectangle. A square has to be, what has to be true about a square? It has 4 right angles, but Grayson, it has, yeah, all sides are equal. So a square has 4 right angles and 4 equal sides. And then this is where things get really dicey. I'll come over here. We have one more shape to talk about. Because we've got the parallelogram that has 4 right angles, and we have the parallelogram that has 4 right angles and 4 equal sides. The one parallelogram we're missing is the parallelogram that has not right angles, but 4 equal sides, which looks like this. I'm going to do the best I can. No, it's not a triangle, that's a 3-sided shape. And by the way, when we show equal sides, we do this little hash mark thing. A parallelogram that has 4 equal sides but not 4 right angles, we have, it's called a rhombus. It just has 4 equal sides. Or 4 equal sides, as I put down. 4 equal sides. And then it's important to know that a square is also a rhombus. Why? Because here's, and this is where math gets all goofy on you. As long as it has 4 equal sides, it's a rhombus. It doesn't matter really what its angles are. So a square, because it has 4 equal sides, is really a special kind of rhombus. But in math, we always go with the most obvious, most exact, most whatever. So, we would call this a square and this a rhombus. Even though this is actually technically a square, this is a parallelogram, this is a rectangle, this is a rhombus, and it's a square.
Wow.
Technically. But we don't usually go that way. It's just something you have to, just one of those confusing things in math that everybody loves to talk about. Not everybody. Take a look at page 286, please, for me. We should probably make this smaller so we can see it all in one beautiful screen. Lots of arrows and lots of shapes there. So look at the bottom of page 286. They give you 6 different shapes, and they say, notice the words are classified, which is what we just did there. The words parallelogram, trapezoid, trapezium, rectangle, rhombus, and square were used in this lesson. Use every word that applies to describe each quadrilateral. So you have to use every category that it would fit under. So that first one, letter A. I know that you know that it is a rectangle, but since it said use every word that would apply, not only is a rectangle, but it is also, Caleb, a... Exactly. So for letter A, you'd have to put both rectangle and parallelogram because it fits into really both of those categories. Letter B should not be that hard. Letter B is exactly a, David? It is a trapezoid. You don't have to worry about subcategories for that. Letter C. That shape has 4 equal sides. Ava, it is a rhombus, but you also have to give everything that applies. All rhombuses are also parallelograms. That's where this gets confusing. Letter D doesn't look like it has any equal sides or any equal angles. Josh, it's a trapezium. Wait, what's it? Do you think that's, why would they call, like at the surface you have a trapeze? Does that make any sense?
Because it's a weird shape.
Yeah, I don't see any reason. How about letter E? Letter E. What type of shape is letter E? Trez? Letter E is, well, it doesn't have equal sides, though. It looks like a rhombus, but I don't think those are supposed to be equal. What would be your second choice? Got one? It is. It's a parallelogram. Parallelogram. And then letter F, the granddaddy of them all. Amelia, you have to give them all. Say.
A parallelogram.
Yes.
Square.
Yes. Right, because a rectangle just has to have 4 right angles. A square has 4 right angles, so it's a rectangle, it's a parallelogram. Very good. All right, 5th grade, that's perfect.